Now I would like to tie for you a calico bass jig. Some places they call them crappies. Some places they call them calico bass. Around my area in Pennsylvania they call them calico bass. I have a 1/32 ounce eagle claw jig head, and I bought them like this, painted. And I think it's just a lot easier than trying to pour your own jig heads or paint them yourself. Although if you paint them yourself, you get the color that you would like. But I think that these chartreuse with the orange eye and the black dot, I think that's a good one. I am using red thread, and I'm going to attach the thread right behind the head and remove the excess. And now I'm going to use craft fur. I'm just going to take a chunk of it, cut it off, and when you get it, you can't put this in a hair stacker, so all that small stuff, you have to pull that out. Pull all the loose stuff away, and I'm going to put the white on the bottom, and I'm going to open it up here a little bit more. I'm going to put the white on the bottom because this jig is going to ride with the hook point up, and I want the craft fur to be 1.5 to 2 times the length of the hook shank, that is from behind the ball to the bend of the hook. And I'm going to attach a section right on top, a little bit more towards my side. Tighten that down, and now I'm going to get another piece because this doesn't roll very well. So putting 2 pieces on is better. And I'll take another clump, measure it up to the same length, pull the small stuff out, and I'm going to put that right next to it towards the top. And you want to more or less try to fill it around halfway around the jig itself, so you can pull it down to try to get that halfway mark. And I'm going to trim off this excess. And trim away the other clump. And this side, got to get it a little closer. And you could just use your thumb nail to bring it around to the halfway mark. And I'll put a couple more securing wraps right there. And I'm going to turn it up. And now I'm going to use chartreuse on the bottom, which is going to be the top. And I got a nice bright chartreuse color here. And I'm going to do the same thing, put it on in 2 clumps. Take it, size it up, pull out the short ones, and I'm going to place it on this side of the hook shank. Okay, I measured her up once again. And kind of try to roll it around there just that little bit. And I'm going to remove the excess on that one right away. And take another clump. If you get a little mustache comb, you could comb this craft fur out pretty nice. beforehand. Makes it a little easier to work with. And get rid of all the small stuff. Measure it up. Oop, try to get rid of that. Place that on the opposite side of the hook shank. Same length. Loose wrap. And then wrap it in. And remove that excess. And even right there, having that clump in the front would be fine. You can see they blend together nice. And I got to do a little bit more trimming over here. There we go. Trim it all away from the eye. But I'm going to give it a nice big red gill. It's looks like a nice bleeding gill. Yeah, I'm going to wrap the thread all the way up to the front and then fill it in. Let me see, turn it so I can see. I need a couple of wraps on this side. Okay, now I can just give it a whip finish right there. I'm just going to use my fingers for it. And remove that thread. Put some head cement on there. Cover them all nicely. Put a good generous amount on there. Let it soak in. There we go. And in a couple seconds that'll be dry. Do a little bit of excess trimming here. You can actually, those couple hairs that are on the sticking out the front, see those couple of wild hairs? You can take a lighter and singe them off. And I get my little comb and comb them out. Comb it all out. And you can make this in whatever size you want, whatever color you might want, color combination. And here we have a chartreuse and white crappie jig. I hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, I thank you for watching my videos.